My name is Sophie Decrée. I work as an ore geologist at the Geology Department of the Royal Museum of Central Africa. My research interest focuses on the cobalt and uranium ore deposits of the Katanga copper belt in the southern part of the DRC. And more precisely, I try to understand the processes leading to the deposition of these ores. For this research work, I study the rocks that I have sampled in the field, so in the Katanga, but I'm also interested in the collection samples because in the museum we have huge collections including more than 15,000 mineral samples and 200,000 rock samples. In addition to this geological material, there are also collection of maps and archives that provide very useful information to put the collection sample in its geological context. Most of the minerals are stored in these cabinets, but the reference collection of uranium minerals are kept in a separate place in a bunker in the cellar of the building. We are now in the room where I describe and characterize the field and collection samples. This is a first step in the sample study before to further investigate the mineralogy of the samples using, for example, different types of microscopy. Eventually, geochemical analysis and ages are performed onto these samples, and an important part of my daily work is to treat and analyze these data. One of the most interesting parts of my research work is to understand from a geological point of view what happened in the Katanga several hundred million years ago, but there is also an economic application of this work because a better understanding of the ore deposits genesis might help in prospecting and mining. Last but not least, there is also an environmental issue related to this work. Actually, a common work with Congolese and Belgian physicians has allowed determining that several people in the Katanga are exposed to cobalt and associated elements and metals as arsenic and uranium, and all these elements might have a bad effect on Earth. So in the museum we try to determine the different pathways of exposure by sampling soils and water in the field, for example. I'm interested in natural sciences since I was a child. Actually, I was always collecting rocks, plants, insects, and so on. So at the age of 17, I decided to study one of these natural sciences, the geology. But I think that I really decided to start a research career during the master degree in geology. The research project at the time was dedicated to the weathering of volcanic rocks in Sicily, and I found this work really, really exciting.